I grew up in the suburbs, a very nice family. My parents are still married today, one brother, one sister, what I consider the typical American family. Something was always missing inside of me, some kind of feeling that I couldn't explain, or some kind of hole that I was trying to fill, but something was definitely missing, and I was just never satisfied with me, so I turned to drugs. You know, I started off what I considered normal enough. We were drinking in high school on the weekends. The alcohol progressed to marijuana. I'm smoking all day, every day. As I got older, the acquaintances that I made and the relationships that I formed all centered around drugs and getting more drugs and who's got the best drugs. And, you know, as the pain pill epidemic hit here in Cincinnati, the pain pills became harder and harder to find and more expensive. And a friend of mine was like, well, we can get some heroin. It's just the same exact thing and it's cheaper and it's just no big deal. By this point, I'm no longer drinking alcohol at all. I'm no longer smoking weed. Any drug that will interfere with my heroin is out the window because heroin is running my life. At this point, I've ran amok in every person's life that I can. I've stolen everything that's not bolted down, and I have nowhere to go. So what happened next was the worst possible thing that could have happened for me, because I go, and the very first time I ever held a sign, homeless, hungry, please help, within 5 minutes, somebody had came up and gave me $20. And, you know, I learned later that that is not the norm. Like, I just got extremely lucky, or unlucky, however you consider it. From that day forward, I never left downtown Cincinnati for the next 3 years. Over and over and over. Every day is the exact same. It's Groundhog Day. You miss birthdays, you miss loved ones' birthdays, you missed holidays, the seasons change, the days bleed into the next, and it's just a constant cycle of getting high and flying a sign and humiliating yourself and degrading yourself for a drug. When I got to CAT on my first day, like I had been homeless for several years, and so that means I realistically had not bathed in at least 9 months. So I'm wearing clothes that you could smell from 2 rooms away. I looked like a shell of a person. That was fine when I had the drugs to hide behind on the street, but all of a sudden, I come in here to successful people, I come around peers, and even though they're also addicts and they're also in the treatment center, you know, I was very embarrassed because I no longer had the drugs to be a mask to cover my feelings and my embarrassment. My roommate in the middle of the night had gone around the unit and got all the people to donate 1 item of clothing to me because he could sense the fact that I was embarrassed. I didn't want to go to group. I didn't want to, because I didn't have anything. I mean, like I'm washing my clothes and they're not getting clean. Like the white t-shirt that I had is brown for life. I mean, it looks like a permanent coffee stain. When I got here, I felt that my faith in humanity was being restored, because here were people giving me you don't come into rehab on a winning streak, but these people are still willing to give me a shirt to help me feel better about myself, and you know, welcoming me to eat lunch with them at the table or play cards or just conversate, you know, like those things are all huge. You know, after I got clean and I got out of Cat House, they offered me a job. And, you know, by continuing to apply recovery and do the next right thing in every area of my life, like I am now in charge of the cleaning and safety operations of the entire OTR downtown. Like where I was once homeless, I am now in charge of maintaining those streets. And I just feel like that's such a powerful message of hope. I did drugs and caused harm to my family for 20 plus years. For their own well-being, they couldn't associate with me. And like, I have a key to their house today. You know, I'm a brother, I'm a son, you know, all these things that I had thought that I would never have again have all came back over time. Every day when I wake up now, just the gratitude that I have for life, for running water, indoor plumbing, clean shower, clean clothes, a hot shower, a meal that's not coming out of the garbage can, like those, the value of those is immeasurable to me. I'm glad that I get to feel feelings today instead of just masking them and putting a drug on top of things thinking that that's going to make anything better. But when the drug wears off, you still have the problem that you have to face. And, I would rather just come up with the actual solution to problems today and feelings today. Cat House gave me a safe place to work on myself and gave me a obtainable solution to improving my life, my immediate life.